So in between these two periods, and we'll touch upon, the power of, Sangat and the company that you keep, because in this second stint, you had this time where you were able to create, phenomenal wealth. While Robin Sharma may have written The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari maybe in 1997, you're actually the monk who sold his Maserati. Now, for a lot of people, it'll be very hard to comprehend how you could go from, someone who had nothing, in the first stint. In the second stint, you were able to, just propel yourself to a level where you were able to have, Maseratis, fancy cars. You mentioned you love, Hugo Boss, which is also a personal favorite, and the finer things and the hotels and the restaurants. So company plays such an important role in this as well, right? So how did, the company that you kept at that time, how did that, propel and take you to creating that phenomenal wealth?
So talking about company, when I went back to Europe after my retreat this time, maybe some good karma that I had accumulated during the retreat, all the meditation I did, all the chanting I did. I met some very nice people, very kind people to whom I'll be eternally grateful.
Right.
They kept me in their house. They lived in a very nice house by the beach, and they were quite wealthy. They gave me lots of money, and also I learned how to invest in stock because the gentleman, the main sponsor, he was also investing in stock. So and like that, managed to get a lot of money, just maybe good karma and their generosity. And I didn't know what to do with the money that much. So I would and I had no idea about fashion. I'm sure you're better, versed in fashion than I am. I just thought Hugo Boss is a fancy name. Boss sounds good, right? Slave doesn't sound good. Servant doesn't sound good. Boss sounds good. So I thought maybe that's a good brand. So I just started, going to the shops. My favorite was Boss Red, Red line jo hai. So I made some very nice suits, and green is also very nice. They have very sporty stuff. Boss Black is also very good. So anyway, I went into the high fashion, LV, everything, and just spent my money unnecessarily. Baad mein kya hai na ki you run out of things to buy. So then, talking about company, I had some very good friends, not very rich, poor friends, and they said like, why don't you buy a nice car? We can, drive around. Portugal is very nice by the beach. Why don't you buy this sports car, And I said like, which one? And first I bought John Mini Cooper. So he said like, Mini Cooper is very nice. And which one? And he said Mini Cooper Sports. Sports is very good. It has around 160 horsepower that time. Then I said, what is the best one? John Cooper Works. So I bought the top range with the, hood and everything. Convertible and everything. And like that, first I got the Mini Cooper. Then I think I was racing the car. I lost a few races on the streets. Then I thought I need a bigger car. So then I got a Maserati. Then I thought I want to go for off-roading. I got a Range Rover Vogue. I had a Hummer H3. I will try to share some more videos and photos with you.
I mean, it's truly sounds like the Fast and the Furious, where you're actually going out there, racing cars.
Yeah, the Vin Diesel, So those things happened. And, after some time, you kind of get tired, because initially I had this very nice group of friends, and they always stuck by me.
Right.
But then I was also attracting a lot of new people who were shaking my hand, I think based on the cars I was driving,
of course,
based on the money that I had, based on the clothes I was wearing. All of a sudden, people who didn't used to talk to me are now talking to me more, just because I stopped buying from H&M and I'm starting to buy from Hugo Boss and all these good brands. So this made me feel not very comfortable, because I wasn't really used to that. I'm more used to simplicity, good people,
of course,
simple food, coming from Ladakh, coming from India. We're used to simplicity. So and so I thought that's when I started selling stuff. And
so was it giving you a feeling of emptiness, and perhaps then your original calling was then coming back to you?
I think so. Yeah. My Guruji, I think he was not very happy that I just went and I was living there.
Right.
But not once did he command me to come back, because had he commanded me to come back, I would have left everything and come back. I think he knew that this was necessary for my growth. So he let me just, let me sleep on the streets in England in 2004.
Right.
Let me drive the supercars on Autobahn in 2012, 11-12. And I guess.
So he was keeping an eye on you in terms of, and
he
knew about what's happening.
I'm sure he was,
he's, But it's probably a journey that he wanted you to travel for what it would make you in terms of
for good or bad. He never intervened. None of my gurus, my root guru or my other gurus, no one intervened. And they always let me be myself.